Hey everybody, it's Lynn here from A Bit of Birdsong. I have been working for a few days on a project. It was one of the DIY shadow boxes, which I'm editing a video right now, and that should be uploaded really soon. I'm hoping not to edit this video too much. I spend a lot of time editing out, just dead space and everything. Let's see, I have some things that I want to put in here. And so this, I did not drink this beer, not that it matters, but I went to the recycle center today and got a bunch of bottles, all different colors. Well, mostly green and amber and blue, because those seem to be, the typical colors that people get for bottle trees, especially blue. I think tradition is that the blue glass wards off spirits or something. I've read that before. But anyway, I was so excited to be able to go with the idea in mind. I need 15 bottles, and I found some really gorgeous ones. Now, one of the recycle places that we have, it's okay if you get out and look in the containers. There are some places that are not like that. And this place, there's actually a magazine rack or stand where people will leave magazines that they're done with so that they don't get thrown away. And I noticed today when I was there were 3 beautiful drinking glasses that someone had taken the time to sit on a ledge where they were very visible. I've never seen glasses like this. They were just standard drinking glasses as far as being, a regular tumbler size. The glass was clear, but then at the bottom, there was a very thick layer of just solid glass. Like it wasn't hollow. It went down to this oval shape at the bottom. And then there was one single air bubble in the middle of the base of every glass. I thought they were really pretty. I was tempted to, bring them home with me, but I don't need them. Jason recently bought us a lot of drinking glasses, a set of I don't know how many were in it, 18 glasses or something. Seems like, we filled up a whole shelf with these things. So I didn't need them. I left them for somebody else. My point though is that this recycle center, it's fine if you, get out and look around. I usually find some rusty washers. Today I reached in, and I'm very careful because you don't want to get cut or anything like that. But a lot of times there will be fun paper just sitting right in the edge. And today I was lucky to find a stack of newspapers, which one of my children really needs because they are moving. And I'm just glad that I found that stack of newspaper. They were clean, folded, just ready to use. But anyway, the DIY shadow box, it turned out so pretty. It's sitting up above here on a shelf right now. I'm not sure what its permanent residence is going to be, where I'm going to put it, where it's going to stay. It may just sit up there for a while. I'm pretty much out of wall space out here. But just got a notification from Solitaire. Not Solitaire, I love Solitaire. Scrabble. Jason and I both play Scrabble. I'm running out of space in here too, but I definitely wanted to try to use these labels that I took off the bottles. They are so fun. I think we can figure this out. Well, wait a minute. Oh no, let's go to this page. I was gonna do all sorts of folding and tucking to get this to fit down in between the pages, but let's just put it here where we have a space. I'm sure that I've done some things in here since I last showed it on the channel, because I take this journal in and work at night sometimes. So here's a little box where I got some tea lights at the Dollar Tree. to go in that really pretty chandelier that I bought at the scrap exchange. It doesn't work. I mean, I basically just, it didn't work to start with because you could tell it wasn't, the wire was frazzled, and so I just went ahead and cut the wire off completely, and I'm using it to set 3 little tea lights in so that I can burn those when I'm out here. We need a picture to go in here. Certainly, I must have something close by. Let's see what we have. I'm still here. Oh, that's cool. Let me sew that on the sewing machine real quick. I'm right here. I really and truly don't want to do a lot of editing on this because I know I haven't published in a few days. Almost done. Yay, I love that. That was just an ink stamp that I did. I can't remember what I was going to do with that, and then I ended up not using it. One of the flower beds outside, the one that has the camellia in it, we have so many frogs. Well, they're American toads. That's what they are. And I'll put a picture in of one of these really cute toads that I disturbed the other day. I pulled back a lot of dead foliage and he was just sitting under there, and it was daytime. They're usually not out in the daytime, and he looked very grumpy. He did not like at all that I uncovered him. But he was so cute. I really wanted to hold him. What was I saying? Oh, but we have a lot of toads that live around the garden and the back and under the house. And I think the bed that's got the camellia, I'm going to turn it into a frog garden. I'm going to try to put plants that the frogs will be able to hide under. That bed needs mulch so badly. It's just, everything looks so dry right now. And I raked in front of the workshop and put up my little metal, well, I showed it in another video. I'll have to show you soon what I'm working on out there. But I've been very busy lately just working on all sorts of things, including mailing out packages. And of course, tomorrow is Friday already. And it seems like it's just been something every day. Last week I went to the dentist to get a tooth filled. It already had a filling in it, and it needed to be cleaned up a little bit. I mean, you know, it was a very old filling, and everything seemed great. I was so glad to have that done. But then over the course of a few days, I started having pain, and I thought, oh no, please don't turn into something that needs a root canal or something like that. So I had to go back to the dentist this week, and they checked it, and I think what it is, well, here's what he thought it was. Maybe the filling was just a little bit too high, and it was making my bite off a little bit. So I had some inflammation, like the nerves and everything just were not liking that extra pressure on the tooth every time I would bite. So he took a little bit off of the filling, and I truly hope that that's going to be the end of that pain. But yeah, it just seems like it's been something every single day. Every day. this very pretty paper was in the fun pack last week. It's just so pretty. I definitely want to use some in here. I may end up just using that fun pack in this journal. But I'm thinking a frog garden, because we already have a few things in the yard, kind of frog art or whatever. We have a bird bath that's got little frogs all around the base. And it sits right next to that flower bed. And then, I don't know, I like to have things to work on like that. It makes me really happy. Let's go ahead and put the vitamin water up here. Ooh, I like that it's sticking over there. All these labels. I looked out the other day. Well, it was lucky to me. I know things like this don't appeal to everybody, but I found these metal posts. I don't know if they were part of like a balcony or a stair railing or something, but instead of just being straight metal posts, they have circles, metal circles on them. And I thought, oh wow, I could drive those in the ground and then run things through the circles to make like a little fence around the workshop. Because I've been wanting to make it more artsy around the outside of the workshop. And the metal there is $1 a pound, but it was on sale for half off. So I paid $14 for enough of these stakes to go all the way around. And today was the day that I spent some time putting those in the ground. And I don't know what I just stapled over here. I'm afraid to look. Oh, that's not bad. The ice cream. So I spent some time today putting those stakes in the ground. And then I went and got my bottles. I was gonna go try to buy different colored bottles. And I thought, this is ridiculous. I mean, first of all, I couldn't find anything anywhere. I remember when the Dollar Tree had pretty glass bottles, all different colors. And now they really don't. And if they do have anything like that, it's way more expensive. I went there, I went to Rose's, I went in 2 different thrift stores. I did not find anything. And I said, I am going to just go to the recycle center. And I found so much. I found so many bottles, and I'll definitely show you those. So I'm thinking this could be a fun little pocket from the side. Where do I want to put this? Let's put it here, and then I can staple, staple that end in case the glue doesn't hold. Here we go. I love that. And then really been using a lot of bright pink lately. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I've always loved pink. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I don't know if I've ever used it as much as I've used it lately over the last few months. But you know what? If it makes me happy, then I should use it. Ooh, I got some creepy cloth. From the Dollar Tree to go on my mantle. I do want to decorate the mantle for Halloween. I love Halloween. There was an old frame, one of those little like not cardboard, heavy paper or chipboard that the old photographs used to be in, and there wasn't a picture in it. So I just glued it over the top of that image. I know I'm covering up my word art, but I really like those creepy sort of drapes hanging down. What we could do is cut a hole out. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be working in this journal and sitting in the workshop and recording. I've missed everybody. I feel like we're all together when I'm doing this. Is that strange? Can't believe it's almost September. Okay, there's that. And this toothpaste, my goodness, it's cinnamon flavor. I'm not crazy about it. Just got this to have an extra tube of toothpaste. Sometimes I like to even keep some with me in my car. Not a container this big, but anyway. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. That's okay like it is. I might end up turning this into a house. I like to do that. okay. I think I'm gonna stop, but maybe we will do a little painting on one of these pages, because I like to be able to finish up with painting and then leave it to dry overnight, and that way I can just go right back to this when I pick it up next time. Goodness, I sure put a lot on there. Well, I meant to, but oh my dear goodness. Well, I will have to at least edit out all of that dead space, which shouldn't take me too long. But if you heard me go running off, I picked a bunch of green beans from the garden, and I had snapped them and put them in a pot, and they were in there. I turned them on pretty high to get the water boiling. Oh, Lordy. And then forgot about them. So I came out here and I just thought, oh no. I mean, they will be scorched to the bottom of the pan. I just like blacked out. So I had to take off and run inside. Chester looked at me like, where are you going? But they were fine. They're perfect. They had cooked, I mean, they cooked at a rolling boil, which I don't normally cook them like that. But I don't guess it'll hurt us. I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now I'm gonna stop. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back really soon, and bye for now.